Sometimes I feel like it's good to mix things up on the channel and not always appear as perfect and like happy all the time, because let's be honest, sometimes you just have really bad days. And I'm not putting this video up to like ask for attention or whatever, or for you guys to feel sorry for me, because the reality is I'm absolutely fine. I'm just like a normal person having a bad day. And I guess I want to show you guys that that's normal. It's just like Sims. So you're probably wondering, why is Deli upset? Basically, I got back from TwitchCon. I had such a great time. It was like the first trip where I haven't had, like I've had barely any anxiety. Usually I have so much anxiety on trips, and I had such a good trip and I was like, yay! So I got back home, was feeling really good. The jet lag wasn't even that bad. And then I got hit randomly with like really bad diarrhea. Surprise, surprise. I feel like I'm becoming known as that toilet girl on YouTube at this point. I was sick with a tummy bug and I was like pooping out mostly everything that I ate, although I could have rice. So that like threw me around a bit for a couple of days. And then I just recently got the period from hell. I've never had such a bad period. Like cramps, being totally wiped out, emotional, clearly, and now I'm having tech issues. I'm trying to film Planet Zoo for you guys today, which is a game I've been really enjoying, but for some reason I'm having so many lag issues and tech issues, and the beta runs out today. So I just get stressed. And then you feel like a crazy person because you're like, look, your life's not that bad. You're having a few tech issues. You're having a bad period. You had a tummy problem. Like, get over it. But anyway, sometimes you just gotta like be a mess. So I thought I would just film this instead because, you know, sometimes it's refreshing to just see that it's normal to lose it sometimes. And it doesn't make you a crazy person, it just, or weak or whatever. It just means that you're having a bad day and you're human. I think the other thing that didn't help when I was coming home from my trip was that I accidentally booked my flights wrong. So instead of coming home to Melbourne, San Diego, LA, Sydney, then Melbourne, instead of San Diego, LA, straight to Melbourne where I live. So I decided to have a night at my friend Critic Zeus and James's house before coming home the following day, instead of having to do like a last 2-hour flight at the end of like a 17-hour flight. So I landed in Sydney, had a really nice day, you know, trying to stay awake because you land at like 6 in the morning and then you go stay up for the whole day. Unless you're lucky and you land at nighttime, but most of the flights will land early in the morning. You don't want to go to sleep earlier because then you're going to be more jet lagged because you won't be able to sleep at night because you slept during the day. So we stayed up all day together, which was really quite fun because at least you have friends to do that with. And we watched Harry Potter marathon and we went out for brunch too, which was really lovely. Right before we went to bed, I decided I had better look at my luggage options because I flew home on Qantas, which is quite a nice airline, and then I was flying back to Melbourne on a budget airline, Jetstar. So I thought, oh, you know what? Jetstar probably won't let me have the carry-on luggage that I was allowed to have on Qantas. I had a whole heap of trouble with their website. Not to like put down Jetstar as a company or anything, but this was just like what it was like for me. I tried to pay to have extra luggage for carry-on because I think you're only allowed 7 kilograms, which is like, for someone like me, that's not a lot. I like to have things near me when traveling that make me feel comfortable and good. So I wanted to upgrade it to what I usually fly with, which is I think like 13 kilos carry-on, but they cap it at 11 maybe. So I was like, oh, you know what? I'll just check in my carry-on luggage and just have my little backpack. The flight's only an hour and a half. So then I tried to get extra check-in luggage. I like paid for it, but then when I got my confirmation email, it said I didn't have extra luggage. So I was like, what? So then I tried to do it again and it didn't work. And then I had to wait to contact someone from Jetstar to confirm that it was okay. So then they confirmed that it was okay. And by the end of that ordeal, that like took a couple of hours. It was really annoying. I just wanted to pay for my luggage. That was it, but that was difficult. So anyway, next day, went to the airport. The airport is absolutely mental. There's like people everywhere because it's school holidays. I didn't realize. Yeah, there's just like families, kids, just everyone's in chaos. People who don't usually fly, who need to ask questions about things, but there's not enough staff because there's so many people there. So it's just chaos. Anyway, I go to the machine, I check in, and get my bag tags, and then all I have to do is drop my bags off to like put them in the little belt to get on the plane. So then I look to where the bag drop is, and there's like so many people, there's this massive line. I'm like, surely that's not a line for the bag drop, right? Turns out it is the line for the bag drop. So even though you've checked in yourself and you just need to check in your bags, you still gotta wait like half an hour in line. So I was like, okay, took forever. Then finally checked in my bags. Then I have to go through security. At this point, I've left an hour before my flight leaves to drop my bags in and go to the gate, but it's like taking an hour for me to do all of that. So I'm stressing a little bit. I finally get through security. As soon as I'm through security, I get checked by one lady with the swipey thing for extra security measures. They usually pick like a couple of people to do the security, and I feel like I'm always picked, but that's fine. You know, that's for everyone's safety, so that's absolutely fine. She starts like checking me over, good to go. That's as my bags are coming through the bag check thing, like just my little backpack bag for carry-on. Then they have to do a search of my backpack, so then I have to do that. They go through my backpack. I think I had some like detailing on my bag that was a little unusual, so it got marked as like a metal that was unrecognized, but it's just part of the bag. So then I'm ready to go, and then I get stopped again by the same double check security that I was already checked for, but by a different person. So basically they've probably swapped their shift or something, and then they're checking me again. And I was like, oh, I've just been checked already. And he's like, I'm sorry, miss, but you need to be checked again. So then I get checked again. I also hear over the speaker that anyone on my flight has an express line ticket, so it means that they can just get through the line really quickly that I just waited in. So that was annoying too. So then I'm like, okay, I'm going to my gate. Get to the gate. We're already boarding because it took so long. I'm in the line, get on the plane, sit down. I'm like, yes, finally going home. I'm so happy. I'm sitting in my chair. This beautiful lady across from me has a gorgeous newborn baby. The baby's like the most beautiful baby I've ever seen. Then a nice man comes down, sits in the middle. He comments how cute the baby is. He is like a little bit smaller build, so we're quite roomy. Like, I'm comfortable. I'm ready to go home. Feeling good. They put the seatbelt sign on. They're like, okay, everyone hop into your seats. Put your seatbelt on. I'm ready to rumble. And then I get this lady like tap me on the shoulder, the air hostess. She's like, hi, are you Maddie? Maddie is my real name. I was like, yeah.
Hi, I'm going to have to ask you to please disembark.
What? What do you mean?
I need you to please hop off the plane. We have an issue with your luggage.
Oh.
Do you know you have a battery pack in your checked-in luggage?
I was like, oh no, because I usually always carry on my carry-on luggage because of the weight restrictions. I checked in my carry-on luggage and I totally forgot, you know, in my jet-lagged state, that I had a battery charge pack for my Switch, my Nintendo Switch, in the checked luggage. Totally forgot. It's like this big. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. It's okay if they just throw it out. I had no idea. You know, I've just come from an international flight. I had to check it in because of the restrictions. And she's like,
I'm sorry, you're going to have to disembark and find another flight.
are you serious? So I get up. Everyone was looking at me like I had something really bad in my bag, or I was just doing something really shady. Have to leave the cute baby. And then she's in her walkie-talkie and she's like,
passenger being offloaded. Passenger being offloaded.
I was like, oh my God, what am I? Like an object, a thief? She was actually really nice about it. She said,
I'm really sorry. If I had known sooner, it probably would have been fine.
why didn't you know sooner? Like, what does that mean? Anyway, I got taken off.
You're gonna have to go to baggage, get your bags, and then find another flight.
Okay, so I go down to baggage. Obviously, I'm feeling a bit sorry for myself because I just want to go home. And now I'm gonna have to try and find another flight, and it's such a busy day. Like, there's so many people at the airport because it's school holidays. I'm like, when's the next flight gonna be? Today, tomorrow? I go down to this baggage person. I'm like, hi, I'm a passenger who's just asked to disembark because I had a battery pack in my bag. And the guy, he was like treating me like I was the dumbest person.
So, did you not pay attention to the signs of what you're allowed in your baggage?
I'm sorry, I'm really jet lagged. I just forgot I don't usually check in that suitcase because of the size restrictions. I was from a different airline.
So you don't read the signs? Why don't you read the signs?
I made a mistake.
Well, you're gonna have to wait for your bags now and find another flight.
Okay, I'm sorry. Like, I clearly didn't mean to. You know, people make mistakes.
You can see the service desk upstairs to find another flight.
Anyway, so I moved to the side where all the baggage carousels are, and he didn't actually tell me which carousel to wait at. So I was just like, do I just kind of stand here? Are they going to bring the bag to me? Like, what did he mean? So I stood there for like 15 minutes and nothing happened. And I went back to the desk to another guy. Hey, I was just waiting for my bag because I had to be offloaded off the plane. And he looked at me like I was such a bad person. He was like,
Oh, yeah, that's carousel 5.
okay, sorry. So I went to carousel 5 and just waited there. It was so sad. I waited for quite a while. I think I waited 20 minutes for my bag to come out, got my bag, and then I felt so sad. I started looking up flights online, and because I didn't really want to go up to the service desk because I would have had to line up all over again with my suitcases. So I was like, well, I'll just book another flight on my phone. I looked and there was like nothing available. The next day it was too expensive, and then the current day was so expensive as well. So I ended up paying so much money for a new domestic flight. I don't even want to tell you guys how much it was because I'm embarrassed about it. But I ended up waiting 7 hours for the next available flight at the airport. I waited 7 hours. Luckily, because I'm a frequent flyer, I had lounge access, which I'm really grateful for because it does mean that you get free food and drink. So that was very nice. So I went to the lounge for 7 hours. I just ate a lot. I watched some live streams. I watched a Glue On live stream. Thank God he was live because I don't know what I would have done with myself. And don't worry, you guys, I like quadruple checked my suitcases before checking them into the new flight because I was like, if there's a power bank in there and I get offloaded again, I'm gonna be ruined. So finally I got home after waiting 7 hours getting on the flight. Luckily, it wasn't delayed or anything. That was really good. I got home, got an Uber, had a lovely guy from Africa actually drive me who was really sweet, and we just like spoke about, well, Africa actually. That was kind of cool. And I finally got home. But then, yeah, the next day I got like chronic diarrhea and then my period from hell. And then here we are. I had a breakdown at the start of this video. So yeah, that was the last few days. Been great. So I don't know, I guess I just felt like sitting down and talking to you guys. Obviously this helps me, like you can see I'm not upset anymore. I feel like speaking to you guys really helps me get back on track. And are these videos that you guys enjoy? Are these videos that you just find weird? Like, I don't know, do you like seeing the raw and the real side, or do you prefer just gaming videos? Do let me know in the comments down below because I'm always curious to hear what you guys like. I do really feel like I want to get closer to you without sounding like a creep online. You honestly mean so much to me, like everything to me. I just want to get in there more. I want to like get through my screen and hug you. So I feel like maybe opening up a little bit and just chatting and hanging out sometimes. Maybe that's how we can kind of strengthen that unique connection. I don't know. Let me know what you thought of this video, guys. And if any of you are having a bad week or a bad time, just know that it is temporary. It is normal. I have had periods where I have actually felt so depressed and down and felt like nothing was ever gonna change, and it does. It really, really does. There is always tomorrow. The best thing about life is that you never know what's around the corner. Things always change. Your mood can always change, and it will change. Sometimes you got to do a few things to kickstart it, and it might take a little while to figure that out, like what works for you. I guess maybe the point of this video is to remind you guys that it's normal to be down and it does get better. And yeah, I don't know, is that corny? Am I getting all like deep and meaningful because I'm PMSing real bad and I'm like, everything's amazing and I'm falling apart the next minute? Anyway guys, as always, I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you around the world, and I can't wait to speak to you soon. And thank you for being my therapist today. Love you so much. Ciao, ciao.